Man, welcome back to SLiC Talk. We got a wonderful guest today. Of course, we got my guy, Dr. Brown. I am Craig Smith-Durano, but we got Nessie Blaze in the building.
Nessie,
big time tattoo artist. We ain't gonna get to the murals yet. I ain't gonna talk about my favorite part yet. So
right.
But what's up? Welcome to SLiC Talk.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming out.
Oh, man, it's definitely our pleasure. Let's just get right into it. Like, how'd you get started being a tattoo artist? Are you from LA originally?
No, I'm not from LA. I'm from the suburbs of Philly. It's a little town called Bristol, real small. But I got started. My uncle introduced me. I've always done art, like growing up, just like always been an artist, like color, draw, all that. And I was good at it, but I didn't know how to make money off it. And so my uncle, we used to go to tattoo conventions just to check stuff out, you know, and he bought a machine and a kit and everything and basically was like, why don't you try it, you know? And I just tried it, went on YouTube, taught myself, just ran with it.
Wow. Shout out to her first mentor.
Yes, rest in peace. Yes, rest in peace to him.
Real,
he passed away last year, so that was unfortunate. But I think I made him proud before that happened. So.
I think absolutely. Your art's pretty much everywhere. Right. So being that you got into it, like what age was that you actually started then?
I was like 20, 21.
Okay.
I feel like I might have started like doing my first ones when I was 20, and then I was like, oh, I'm about to run with this. Like when I really started like investing in it and like learning or like reaching out to people in the area to teach me something, it was like 21. And then I moved out here a couple months after that.
And then you came to the West. So you started in Philly. This is dope. First of all, shout out to Beans. He's one of my favorite rappers.
Big time.
Beanie Siegel. Is there any hip hop influence behind your like artistry as well? Like I'm about to dive deep.
Yeah, so I mean I feel like art and music goes hand in hand anyway, especially graffiti and stuff. I was always into music, hip hop, and then I became a rapper for a little bit. Very brief moment. Very brief
Pull
moment.
up the bar, man.
Don't
Pull up the bars.
We need a beat.
We need to.
No. We're not doing that. I'm a mom now.
Oh, you lucky? Oh, we're lucky we don't have Johnny, because Johnny will try to battle you right now.
Yes.
No, it's, you know, it was a period in time, and it belongs where it was at.
That's right.
You know?
In the vault.
Right, but yeah, then I just went back to art. I just feel like the music, when you want to be great at something, I feel like you really got to put 100%, and I couldn't. I was like 50 here, 50 there, and it's like then you end up being average in a bunch of things, which is okay, but like I really wanted to be great at art, you know?
All right. Well, when we talk about art, what are some of your inspirations? What type of artists are you looking at that make you want to, you know, put pen to pad?
Now, I feel like it's changed so much over the past few years. Nico Hurtado, I feel like he's one of everybody's favorites, one of the greatest in the game. Kevin Leroy, who I can call my friend, just somebody who literally taught me things. Nice. Trying to think. I feel like my like inspirations have kind of the better I've gotten, you know, it's like who be doing shit that I really can't do, you know?
But I think during all of your experiences, because that's what makes you, you know? So it's just like from the beginning to the middle to like now, like...
so much, honestly. Like, I feel like I've lived like a million lives up to this point. Like, even narrowing it down, I'm thinking about it like, damn, I was here, I was there, I was doing this. Any different opportunity, I feel like when I have conversations with people that are also on their journey, like, I like hearing people that started with nothing and ended up with something, because I feel like the facade of like quick success and shit, like I like hearing people's struggles, you know? So like when you meet people that really no nepotism, no fucking cheat codes, no I knew this person or this person plugged me, like I really got it and started here and build it from scratch, those are the people that inspire me. Even if they're like regular day-to-day people, I could name people you wouldn't know, you know? But that's like the real inspiration where it's like, yo, you made it possible. That's you know what I mean? Like,
did you do an apprenticeship? Did you work under anybody when you first started?
Yeah, it was so when I started, it was, you know, 2012, 2013-ish. And it was very gate kept. Nobody wanted to help people. It was like apprenticeships cost money, or people would tell you, you can't tattoo or you're going to get arrested because you need a license and all this stuff. So I ended up applying to like 3-4 shops on the same street that was like around the corner from my house, and they just turned me down left and right, turned me down, and then finally one of them accepted me, but it wasn't a good apprenticeship. It was like a I don't know. You know, when you ask questions, you want to learn something. If I want to learn how to play basketball, you can be like, okay, this is how you would shoot. This is how your form was supposed to be. And I would ask questions. They'd be like, oh yeah, well, I just know my form. Like and it's like, well, that's not helpful, you know,
at all.
But like, that's what drove me to like be great. Cause I'm like, bro, you trying to play me.
Right.
Now I feel like I got another reason to prove that I'm going to do it without you, you know? So I was like, I think I want to move to LA and be around like better artists. He's like, you can pack your shit right now. I said, I was just thinking about it. Like, damn, I can't even think about wanting more. And so I just grabbed my shit and I was like, yeah, now I'm really moving. Yeah. I moved out here with
Do you think they were biased because you were a woman?
For sure. Definitely. I don't think at the time anybody, even the women who were tattooing, were really like hating on me. Like it was like, and I would reach out and ask questions. I'm not trying to step on nobody's toes. Like, hey, can you help me? Can you teach me something? How do you get this? I can't figure out how to make whatever the case was. Nobody. I would like find out from clients, people are talking shit or whatever, and I feel like it was just a thing. But after people started seeing that I was like I really cared about it, and now that I'm a seasoned artist, I get why people didn't want to help. Because people come to me all the time like, teach me, and I'd be like, all right, pull up on this day, you know, you can watch this session. They'd be out doing something else. Like, it's like, bro, I'm not about to take time out of my day if you don't even want to invest the time in yourself. Like, so now I kind of get it, but it all worked out.
Well, you care about your craft. That's what I hear in it. And you're so dedicated, right? When you have a dedication and a purpose, it is different, right? Because I would just speak that on just basketball. I put my hours in, right, to make sure I get my practice in. And if somebody does want to come on and help, I'm more open for it, but you got to meet this time system and time stamp. Right. And if you can't, then we kind of know what you're about in that regard. So no, that's just kudos.
Yeah, thank you.
No,
thank
big.
You. Yeah, you know, the tattoo community is really insulated. Can you talk to me about specific brands that you like to use? Because
that's a good one.
Some people use a specific type of machine. They use a specific type of needle. I don't know. I feel like that community is so insulated that some of those brands might benefit from having their names being shouted out. I don't know, but
for sure. Yeah. The cool thing about tattoo industry is a lot of the people who create these machines and materials we use are seasoned tattoo artists. They build it from the ground up. A lot of stuff comes from prison, and they just come out here and have actual materials. So I love Bishop, the owner, Franco Vescovi. He actually, I don't want to mess this up, but I'm pretty sure he learned from either his cousin or his brother or something in jail. And they came out and they started building machines. And that's the machine I currently use now. But it's like inspiring to see that I've been to their shop and like seeing their operation, and they really be building these Johns just people, like real live, like us four or however, I can't count, obviously, us six in a room, you know what I'm saying? Like all sitting here, like really building machines, you know what I mean? Everything about tattooing is intricate. Everything matters, the different needles. I like Cheyenne needles. I like Quadrant. Quadrant's probably my go-to. Black Claw. But investing in your tattoo stuff, like anything, just spending on the expensive shit will cost you less in the long run. Like I bought so many, trying to be cheap. I probably spent thousands of dollars trying to be cheap because stuff break, you got to rebuy it. You got to rebuy it. Finally, I'm like, I'm gonna buy this $1,200 machine. Like whatever, you know, invest in these needles that cost, you know, more than average, but you got to invest in good stuff, especially putting on people's bodies the rest of their life, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
Because I'm not gonna lie, I have no tattoos.
None?
I have none.
It's crazy because you're like a rare. Now it's more rare for people to not have tattoos, I feel like, than it is for people to have tattoos.
I think I want my son, but then sometimes I don't know. But I know that like I have my son, that's forever, so I do feel comfortable with that. But I just don't know what area, and then sometimes like I get confused. I got some henna's tats before, and that's
henna.
Totally different. Yeah,
totally different. I got a henna for
funny.
10 days just to see what it would like.
What it looks like. But
what did you get?
There you go.
I got Kai, and then I got he loves Spider-Man.
Okay.
So I got a whole spider, and then I put his name.
Nice.
That was just it.
Yeah. What do you think about the therapeutic values of the tattoo chair?
I feel like it's the process itself, I feel like can be therapeutic for people, because if you're going through pain in like real life, just things you can't really change, I feel like tattoos are kind of like I feel like it's the pain people have control over. So a lot of people come when they're in like a really bad mental state, you know, because they can handle, I feel like that's like something they can like grasp, you know what I mean? And be like, okay, I'm feeling this, like let me feel through it, let me just deal with it, and then coming out with something beautiful at the end. And then also I be feeling like I know my clients better than some of their close friends because people just start pouring everything out. Like I be knowing people's whole life story over a 4-hour session. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
or like
because you're like a therapist too in that regard. Like people open up, they feel comfortable.
Yep, and they come to me for the most important stuff. Like you said, like you haven't really thought about tattoos, but if it would, it'd be your son because that's the most important thing to you. So like I get to do the most important things in people's lives, you know? So it always comes up. It's like, oh, well, tell me about him, you know? I love that his name's Kai, by the way. You know?
Well, I appreciate it.
His name's Kai.
Because we got a Kai thing going on. So we talked about like artist inspiration. Is there anything else that gives you just general inspiration when you're doing the tat?
Growing up, I don't even want to say growing up. When I first got into tattooing, it was everybody hating on me. It was like the people pushing me out that made me want to like bust the door down. You know what I mean? I'm like, bro, the more people like said something negative, I was like, man, I'm really going to show you. Like, I'm really going to show you, you know? And then as I got better, I started becoming people that were just better than me. I was like, I just want to be like you. I ain't going to hate on you or shade. Like, I'm trying to be just like you. Can you teach me something? And then it was what I was going through. Just bad situations,
Life
like trying to
happens.
flip it.
Right,
You know, breakups and stuff, like brought out some of my best paintings and pieces. And now it's like, I feel like I had to take a break because I had my kid. Now I'm trying to like find what my inspiration is again. It's like very weird to start all over. Before I had nothing to lose. Now I have everything to lose. And the way you approach things, the risks I take. Before I used to just fly places, a Spirit flight, you know what I mean? Real cheap, whatever. I'll go out there with $100 and be like, I know I'm gonna make money. I'll sleep on the floor. I don't care. You know what I mean? And I would. Now I can't really do that. I gotta bring my son with me, make sure he has what he needs. I can't not make money, you know?
Right.
So now it's just, I'm in that zone right now, like currently.
How about the customer? Like, what are some of the worst things that a customer can do when they come and sit in the tattoo
Be
chair?
pervy.
Hold on, let me pull out
Definitely,
my scroll.
I think that's the
of
first
things.
one.
Like, you know, as negotiating on things. My thought was, if you go sit down with a tattoo artist, do not you know, you want them to feel like they've been overpaid for what they're going to do. Because I don't need half of their work. You know, it's going to be forever. So as far as the finance part of it, you want to make sure that they have everything that they want, that they're good, and you're going to have them their best work in that moment. But what are some of the bad things that a customer can do that turn off a tattoo artist?
Oh, there's so much. Coming to us without being deposit ready. You know what I mean? Or like having to tell me, like I get when you're just giving people a heads up. I know it might not seem like a bad thing to do, but like you don't walk into Gucci and be like, yeah, I really want this bag, I'm gonna get it next week, and then put it back and then walk out. Like,
Should I put it on layaway?
Okay.
Kmart. It's like, let me put the letter, a K and an A.
literally like what? Or like, oh yeah, I'll pay you, or oh, you can't do it for this, or it's real small, you can't just. And I'm like, you can't just do it. So don't tell me it's just this. And like people don't understand, like the more simple a tattoo seems, the harder it actually is to do because there's no room for error. Some people are like, it's just a word. I'm like, bro, I can't, if I'm shading a skull or I'm shading anything, like if it's one shade lighter or darker, chances are you won't be able to tell the difference if I know what I'm doing and my values. When you're doing a letter, this T can't be slanted at all. There's no room for you to move or jerk or anything. So that, no shows, no calls, no shows, or I'm still in the shower at the time of your appointment, shit like that, you know? It's like, people have no regard for time, no consideration. Like, I'm just like, I don't sit around waiting for you to hit me up all day.
What about
like,
my business?
Yeah, I got shit going on. So that's pretty much it, I feel like, for the most part with me. And bad hygiene.
There you go.
You got to be real close to people.
Yes.
You'd be so
Smelling
surprised.
like old hot dog water.
Yeah.
Bro, it's like embarrassing. And like now I'm at the point in my career where I'm like, should I be like real and like tell them?
Like, dude,
You know
you
what I
stink
mean?
right.
Like pull them to the
shower.
side. Like there's been situations where I wanted to snap. Like after I was done, like I just couldn't take it anymore.
That sounds like a shower pill vibe. They're just coming in there stinking.
I mean, she's the
Yeah.
artist. She would know. I'm you know,
Coming in with a
bad.
tank top, all fun.
right, fresh off the court or something like that.
Getting your foot done. Like I get naturally
Your foot
sweating,
done.
but like, come on, bro, wear slides or something. Then if you're gonna sweat in here, like I gotta sit this close to it, you know?
Oh,
Like
my
damn,
God.
like yeah. There's been times, man. Like yeah. There's
How about that pain threshold? You ever have somebody that just cannot handle the pain of the tat? And
Like
Yeah.
screamers? Yeah.
So it's funny, men can't handle pain. Y'all, I'm sorry. Y'all just
Thanks a lot.
y'all
I got no time.
Appreciate that.
bitching. Like when it comes to women, they come in, oh, I'm getting a whole thigh piece of. I know sometimes it might hurt and they might do a little flinch or something, but they'll sit through it. A man's like, oh, I want this whole sleeve. I'm like, we should break up into sessions. No, I can sit. 5 seconds in. Can I smoke real quick? I go to the bathroom again, bro. You just went to the bathroom 5 minutes ago, you know, like shit like that. I'm like, man, the thresholds vary.
Okay.
But women take pain.
I guess I can compare the pain to like a hot ass shower. No. Right? No, look. Women love hot showers.
Okay. Oh, okay.
We
Scalding.
don't.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
Fair.
All right. Now I get it. I hear what you're saying now. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Right?
You know?
Anyway. I was just like my 2 cents. Can we talk about these murals that you have over the city?
Yeah.
My one favorite is the Snoop.
Oh, thank you.
I do like that one very much, and I also love the Kobe mural. What made you want to pop out and show ninjas?
So I always was a painter, but I would do like acrylic painting, like on canvases and stuff with a brush. And then at an art show, shout out to Mike Norris. He's a really dope artist here in the city. He's done like a lot of the huge murals. I don't know if you've seen the big one that says like forgiveness. It's like the boy, the little black boy.
Yeah, he had on.
So, okay, dope. Yeah,
on.
Mike, he's an amazing artist. Very.
Shout out, Mike. Come on.
Yeah,
Come on,
Mike.
Mr. Norris.
Yeah, right.
Not related to Chuck, though.
Right, yeah.
But he has a lot of he has a lot of influence on the artists here, and he's very open to like teaching you. He's brought me to the studio, plugged me with his print people, you know what I mean? Very, very dope, down to earth artist. But at one of his shows, he was doing like a charity thing, and I came in live painted, and I met this guy named J.O., who was also from Philly. And so he does like dope ass spray painting. Like he's cold, bro. Like y'all think I'm good. He's
smiling
sick.
Because of it. I know he's cold.
Okay.
So I was like, yo, can you teach me? You know, and that's when we went out and did I did the Rihanna first, and I did Snoop. But these are on walls that like people tag over right away. Like next day is gone, you know? And then we collabed on that the Kobe, Nipsey, and Tupac mural. It's downtown. It's off Olympic and I don't know, 314 West Olympic. That's the address, right across from Bossa Nova. That's where the mural's at. But that one we collabed on. So I had a client who's like a dear friend to me now. She hired me to do the mural. It's my biggest paying job ever. And I was like, I really can't do this on my own. Like I was like maybe 4 or 5 months postpartum. I was like, okay, I need help with this. So I hired him to like come do it with me. So that was actually a collab, 2 Philly artists. So I thought that was pretty dope to like be able to put money in somebody else's pocket who helped me learn. Now I want to be doing it, you know?
Yeah.
So
Philly, where I am
That's right.
from.
You know?
You represent Philly to the fullest. I guess I got to know, since, you know, I am a sports guy a little bit. What are your favorite Philly, give me your top 5 Philly teams during the course of the years. And who are your favorite Eagles?
Okay, so my top 5 Philly teams would be the Eagles, the Eagles. You don't like the 76ers? Or? I do. I just don't really watch basketball like that.
You didn't watch
Sorry.
AI?
I'm sorry. Kinda. Not really. I've met him before. He was real nice, but I've never I feel like it moves too fast for me. I'm like, okay, where's the ball, bro? I don't know what's going on. The score changes so fast. I'm like, I kind of like the plays. Like, okay, first down, second down. Like, you can get up and get a drink and not miss something major. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But I'll still go to basketball games and stuff. Like, I've been to plenty of games here, you know, just to watch LeBron, whoever play.
When you got to draw that mural in Philly one time when they asked you come draw that AI mural.
Look, I hope.
We putting it out there just to let y'all know. That's what we do. We manifest.
Please, Philly, hit me up. I've done way more here than I've done back home. It's crazy. It's so much harder.
It's only a matter of time, though.
Yeah. I feel like it's so much harder there because, not that it's gate kept, but like there's people got to get permits for stuff versus here. Like people really own buildings and they can give you permission. Like in Philly, it's just very hard, I feel like, to find like approval you can get for walls just to do stuff. Here it's like, can I paint this? They're like, yeah. You know,
it's a dirty
right.
For real.
If you don't paint it, somebody else is gonna put something over it, so might as well.
Yeah, but I would love to do an Eagles thing, anything at a game or something.
You hear that, Eagles?
Eagles.
We're gonna add the Eagles on this, man.
Please, somebody.
We're gonna add Jalen Hurts.
Oh yeah. How about the move that the running back last
Saquon. Yo, he is a problem. Yo, he's a problem.
We've never seen that.
I've never seen.
I've never seen somebody back up and jump over somebody in football. You gotta be a daredevil,
man.
And I feel like even leading up to that, like he just shown his like sportsmanship on so many different levels. Even the clip where like, you know, Nick wanted to play him and let him like, you know, get his top score or whatever. I forget what it was, and he was like, nah, let the young bulls eat. Like, let them eat. Like, give them a chance to like show, because you already know, we know what you can do, you know. And I feel like that's so rare to find people that don't want to take their moment and the next person's moment. to an extent. You know, people, they want their moment to last forever. It's like,
Exactly.
bro, like, let people win. You know what I'm saying? Like, let people like be an inspiration to somebody. So I thought that was dope. On top of him just being talented. AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, fire. I feel like we got a good roster. I don't know why we be losing, but
you only got 2 losses this year.
so far, but it ain't looking good. We be winning by the skin of our teeth off teams we should whoop their ass, but we're not. So
I mean, it's all about momentum going into the playoffs for football. If you get hot at the right time, you can win the whole thing.
I absolutely agree to that.
yeah.
But who is your favorite Eagle?
My favorite Eagle. Who?
Because you over here, she's called it Nick, you know.
We're talking like I know.
Yeah. Real fan over here.
I know,
I would
now I'm
say
surprised
AJ
you didn't come in all green. Shit.
No, I should have though, huh?
Brett. No, sorry.
AJ Brown is probably my favorite player currently, but I love Brandon Graham. Just I feel like he's like OG, but he's still. I feel like I've never heard anything bad about him. Like
Heart and soul too.
people really love him. Like in all the little clips, you can just tell. Sometimes you can just feel people energy like through everything. You know, it's like, damn, bro, I can just tell you're a real one.
Yeah.
So he probably the OG for real. But AJ Brown, monster.
That's right.
I love it.
Oh yeah, AJ Brown is a beast though.
Hey, you mentioned that you used to rap.
Yeah.
Tell us about your top 5 rappers.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Should we do Philly top 5?
Let's do Philly.
Because that is
Philly
iconic.
Philly
has
their
Philly has good
deal,
rappers.
yeah.
Your top 5 Philly.
Top 5 Philly. Damn, I feel like because we looking kind of bad
order.
right
It's
now.
No order.
Oh, no orders. Okay.
No order.
Well, I like
No
Meek.
pressure.
I know people be hating on Meek. I don't care about no Diddy situation, what he got going on. We talking about music. Meek put in work. He
did. Everybody's
He got
still gonna
bars.
sing the one song, "Dreams and Nightmares."
Yeah.
Every time.
Forever.
Every time. It's a classic.
Right. Beans, of course.
Beans.
I don't do much.
Eve.
Yes.
Eve is so fire.
Bars. Definitely one of my
Cass.
favorite female rappers.
Cass had his little run.
Yeah, Cass.
I feel like I'm forgetting like somebody really important.
Yeah,
Somebody.
yeah, you are. Or
Or
a
am
group.
I? A group.
Yeah. A group.
Like State
him or
Property?
the group.
It's a lot of
Him or the
names
group,
that
right?
It's
pop-
State Property.
State
No.
Property, yeah.
Oh, well, we got to go
no.
further than that.
You can go back.
Well, no, I guess it depends. Maybe I'm just talking about my era.
What?
But this is beyond my era, too.
I mean, I don't know who
What?
you think.
Tell
I'm talking about the Roots.
Roots.
Oh, the
definitely.
Roots.
Yeah.
Facts,
Yeah.
facts,
But it's a lot of great ones from Philly.
A ton of great ones.
Will Smith is from Philly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Will Smith.
I mean, I'm not sure if he falls in that category, but as far as impact is
I
concerned,
mean, his rapping
Yeah.
back in the day.
He just dropped something recently too that wasn't too bad. Like it was all right.
Yeah, it was
I
like a prayer
okay.
song.
Yeah.
Was it like,
No, he dropped something that didn't
Oh,
even
it's something
sound
else?
like.
but you know,
it's like, I am the
Philly-
lion. I am the, right?
I didn't catch that.
I don't
one.
know.
Yeah.
I just saw a clip of it, but I was like, I remember I didn't know it was him. I was like, what? This
But
is
that guy's iconic.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
definitely. Yeah.
a lot of talent comes from Philly for sure, especially musical talent.
Yeah,
There's
Roots.
a lot of people.
Definitely.
But I feel like Philly, like, I don't know. And I have this a lot of time with like my basketball brothers. There's some similarities of Philly and LA.
Okay.
And I don't know if I can put my finger on it in regards, but I feel like the culture is a little bit same. It's just different coast.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe we can have a conversation.
Yeah.
You
about
gotta go.
it
You gotta
since
elaborate because I feel like I disagree.
Oh, what are your thoughts?
some guy, like majority of guys that I meet from Philly, laid back, chill, have like sometimes a West Coast mentality.
Okay.
Okay, I get the very chill vibes.
Like it's a chill vibe. The thought process, I think, is a little bit different, right? You have your Cali of gangsterism, like we like stealing cars, you guys like stealing cars. This GTA, like
Okay,
I'm just from the culture perspective. I'm not
Right,
saying
right.
we're gonna do it or anything like that,
Right.
but that type of mindset, I feel like is similar.
Okay.
But I don't know.
I guess to an extent, I feel like Philly guys or Philly people can be laid back as far as like not being hype. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no. I'm not trying to put on a show. I feel like here, sometimes you run into that where it's like, please like me, or like,
Right.
I'm gonna do the most to be the center of attention. But I also feel like the East Coast and West Coast, the biggest difference for me is I feel like everybody here is very, very chill to the extent where it's like, if anything's not chill, it's almost problematic, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like people, when I first moved here, they're like, gosh, why are you so aggressive? And I'm like, I'm just talking, regular, you know, but like back home, we say anything to each other. And here, I feel like I got to like tiptoe if I comment on your shirt. Yeah. I can't be like, oh, I don't really like that, because then people are just like, she hates me, or she's such a bitch. And I'm like, I don't know that I can't say that. You know what I mean? So like here, that's the only thing that I really noticed as far as, but culture wise, yeah, it's different, but it's the same in a lot of different ways.
I mean, it's cold as hell, right? The climate.
Definitely.
That, yeah. And then here also the opportunities are like crazy. So like back home, I feel like you can tell the hustlers, because we knew we going through the ringer, and I'm not saying people don't hear, but it's so much easier to just conveniently run into like a billionaire at Starbucks.
Yeah, it's Hollywood.
Or you know what I mean? Yeah, so you can randomly just run into like people who could change your life just off, you know, home. That doesn't really happen too much, you know. So that's really
all right.
Can you explain the Philly cheesesteak? Like, why is it Philly cheesesteak?
Because it's so good, and I'm gonna tell you. Look, so. Ishkabibbles, the best. Ishkabibbles is the spot you want to go to.
Ishkabibbles?
Ishkabibbles.
Okay, all right.
Because everybody's going to say Pat's and Geno's and da-da-da. You can go to Ishkabibbles or De La Sandro's. De La Sandro's a little deep down there, but Ishkabibbles is right in the heart of the city. It's on South Street, so that's where y'all got to go if you want a good cheesesteak.
Have you found anything close to any of those places out here in Los Angeles?
Yes. Because it came from Philly.
Right.
But no.
Oh, okay. Right.
Somebody I used to be really close to, and we still cool, but he opened a cheesesteak truck called College Boy Cheesesteaks. Oh. That's really good. And there's a place called Booze. I don't know if they're from Philly or not, but I know that they use what we use. Like, they didn't slip on, like, the breads we use and the meat, so it tastes the same. But
tomato pie used to be good, Manny. Remember tomato pie across the street from Fairfax? They had a really good
tomato pie.
Yeah, it's called tomato pie.
That's funny.
It's a pizza place, though.
It's the meat.
Huh?
It's the meat. It's
the seasoning of it.
So that's the thing. I feel like the places I've been to here that I'm like, it's good, but it's not a Philly cheesesteak, is because people think that you have to season it. Our cheesesteaks don't be like, it's really the meat that tastes good. You know what I mean? Like, we get salt, pepper, and it's cheese. If you want onions and mushrooms or whatever else you want to add, cool. But like, we don't be putting like seasoned salt on it and like garlic salt and like doing stuff. I feel like people here do stuff to make it taste tasty, when it's like, no, we like the meat and cheese is enough. It's the right kind of meat, you know.
Okay.
So that's like the main thing. But yeah, luckily those two places out here, they be holding it down. It's good. Nice. You guys ever had them?
No.
You gotta try it. It's good.
Give it a shot.
It's real good.
I gotta find like a vegan option now, so I don't eat red meat.
Yeah, I don't eat a lot of red meat, but I will to try a Philly cheese. I'll give that a shot.
I don't know about a vegan cheesesteak.
That'd be good. That's about the seasoning.
Just get a salad and steak on it.
What's your process for putting a mural together?
So it depends what I'm doing. If I'm doing indoor murals, I use a projector a lot of times. It's just easier. It's faster. Less of a thought process. And then if it's too big of a wall, like that Kobe and Nipsey one we did downtown, it has to be like a grid, which I don't like doing the block grids, because it just takes too long to get it perfect and give your measurements off. It's just it's messed up. So like what you do is like something called a doodle grid, and so you like basically scribble on the wall, or even I could use like those bricks over there. You can use like the lines of them, and then I'll take a picture of the wall now, and then I'll put the picture on my phone that I'm painting, and I'll overlay the image on this wall. So I'll be like, okay, his eye goes from that pole to the plug. This part goes from there to there, to like create an outline based off like the little markings that are already there, and then just spray away.
That's right.
Sounds very surgical.
Yeah.
Measured up. She got codes and time she's seeing in her head. Like,
it's a lot more simple when you can see it, you know.
Yeah. All right. So. Any other hobbies besides artistic ventures and stuff like that? What else are you into?
Right now I'm trying to find out how to make money residually. Just because everything I do, I have to get up and do it, which is cool. But it's like, now I got a kid and I want to spend most of my time with my kid. I love what I'm doing, but I want to do it because I want to do it, not because I need to make money and survive. So like getting into stocks, slowly learning about like investing and stuff. I'm very impatient, so even the stuff I have invested in, I'm like, damn, it's gonna be like 5 more
Right,
years
hurry
before I
up.
see anything from this. But
That's what I be telling
I'm trying to be
Dogecoin.
patient.
Hurry up.
I'm trying, Ethereum, can somebody tell me when this is going back up? Because I bought it very high and now it's very low.
Well, a lot should be going up soon. The stocks
We'll
are
see,
going up.
I hope.
Trump,
Yeah, stocks be going up. But
yeah,
I'll just keep that a buck.
The market will appreciate with him in office. So
I hope so. But yeah, that's really it. My art is everything, just expanding in that field. Yeah, that's my whole thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many tattoos do you got? And then have you ever tatted yourself?
Yeah, so I did this whole arm, pretty much.
Is that difficult?
No,
like-
not really.
I feel like me trying to get myself a haircut. That's
it could be done.
well with practice, obviously. Yeah.
Yeah, that's, I don't know, people are pickier with their haircuts than they are with tattoos, believe it or not. But it wasn't really hard because I was practicing. So it was like, I didn't really care. Like, of course, I tried to make it come out good, but I didn't really care what's the worst that can happen, Just a bunch of random stuff. And then my other ones are just from people I looked up to or
I want to see your tattoos.
industry.
Sorry, I'm putting you on the spot, but I feel like I want to see. Like, this is cool.
Word, yeah.
Sorry. Close your eyes, everybody. Close your eyes.
This arm is all like stuff
that's
I've done.
Killer.
Wow.
So I have random stuff, Littlefoot.
Oh, that's dope.
Basically, this was like my journey arm. I feel like it's all stuff that like reminders,
Yeah.
self-made, patience, pronoia, which is the opposite of paranoia. It's like
that time
belief in
waits
the
for
universe.
no one. I say
Yeah.
that all the time.
So this is like my hustler arm. Everything on here means something as far as my journey went. Blessed, serenity prayer. And then this arm, my homie Jim did this, both of these. He actually sent me up the other day because he's like, they're not done. I'm like, they look amazing. But he did these
Nip
portraits.
and Pock. I do like that rose.
Yeah, Kevin did this, the guy I was telling you about earlier. He did that for me. I asked him if he could teach me how to do the roses like him. And he's like, let me just do one on you. I said, shit, it's a 2-in-1? I was hype. I was like, all right, cool. So that's cool, yeah.
For real.
Like, let's do it right now. So yeah. And then I tattooed Lil Wayne on my ankle.
Yamula.
Yeah. So
Your favorite, one of your favorite artists?
yeah, for sure. I feel like he might be my top rapper, favorite rapper.
Can we give your overall top 5?
Yeah,
then?
what's your top
artist?
5? Yeah.
Now, are we going just based off
Whatever
lyrics?
you want. Whatever you want.
Your best, your favorite.
I feel like it matters though. It matters what we're talking about.
Okay. Well,
Like
how do you?
overall
What criteria do you want to divide it up in?
So it can be like overall artists, where I'm taking into consideration everything, or are we talking just like lyrically? Are we talking
Let's go overall.
Yes.
Let's go
overall?
overall. Artistry, performance, lyrics,
Yeah.
morals.
I said moral. No, Lil Wayne would probably still be my number one.
Yeah. Okay.
I feel like he influenced so many people in the game, whether they like to admit it or not. He put on consistently for 10, 15, 20 years now. You know what I mean? I feel like there was never really a dull moment. Like when he tried to do the rock star thing, it was like, but
He had a big
still
record.
nobody really canceled him, you know?
That record he had when he was in Vegas or whatever that was with the guitar.
She's on fire.
One of them.
That one?
Yeah, that was a big record for him.
Oh no,
Yeah.
Lollipop.
Yeah, Lollipop.
Lollipop
Yeah,
was.
that was huge for him.
Yeah. That was so long ago, it feels like. But yeah, that's why I was kind of upset when they were trying to hate on him with the whole Super Bowl performance, saying he don't got the catalog. I'm like, are you
He
kidding me?
definitely has a
Like,
catalog.
Like, what?
It had
Like,
to be
nothing's
something else,
appropriate.
yeah.
I'm like, and Kendrick Lamar is appropriate. Like, make it make sense. But kudos to Kendrick too. I'm just,
Shout out
I was
Kendrick,
sad.
West.
Yeah. J. Cole,
J. Cole.
Nipsey,
Nip.
Wayne, J. Cole, Nip. I want to put Jay-Z in there, but I've slowly been feeling different ways about having him up there now.
So then, who is your honorable mention that you've been thinking about other than Jay?
Top. Maybe Fab.
Fab.
I feel like Fab is very, very underrated. He also has been
He
put on
is.
for a minute. I just feel like he's a better feature artist than he is for his own songs. But still, it's Fab be having bars.
His
Fab
mixtapes
has
He ain't about
bars.
to play with
Yeah,
him.
bars.
Definitely, yeah.
He'd be having bars. So yeah, that would probably be my top. Yeah.
Okay. How about favorite rap album of all time?
Damn, that's tough. That's real tough. Damn, I'm gonna just say something that I feel like personally resonated with me, that I liked. 2014 Forest Hills was, I feel like, one of the best albums I've heard.
That's cold, huh?
That was a good album. Yeah, I just feel like I can't really listen to albums straight through. I just get sidetracked. I'd be like, listen to songs here and there, but that one, I can just let it go. Like, that was a good ass album. So yeah.
All right, nice. And my last one. What were your thoughts on J. Cole backing out of that battle?
Smart, because J. Cole, I mean, I don't know him personally, but you can already tell that too much. I mean, even from like being on reality TV, I remember how I felt when things were like chaotic, even if it wasn't real. It's just energy that's being spent, you know. And I feel like he already knew, like, bro, come on, like, it just didn't. You didn't have to play, right? You know what I mean? So I would have been like, yeah, I'm gonna sit on the sidelines too. You know what I mean? Like, I want these problems, and now look, like that shit really hit the fan with them too. So.
Yeah, it did.
He played it smart.
But we still got a Drake fan right here.
We got the biggest Drake fan ever.
I make that face.
Yeah, and Drake and
wait, time out.
Here we go.
When you say that, you act like he's not the #1 streamed artist right now. So
nah, Sexy Red is.
Yo,
Sexy Red is. Sexy Red got.
No, Drake. People be hating on Drake, but Drake is still him though.
No, he is.
He's the #1 streamed artist.
I mean, you know, what were your thoughts on Drake and DeMar getting into it? Not getting into it, but Drake had words for DeMar. During the game.
I just think it was about passing the beef. Like, DeMar ain't really got nothing to do with this situation. So, like, to be mad at him and say you're gonna take his jersey down when he's did a lot for the city of Toronto as far as basketball. So, you tripping on that one? Yeah, you feel me? So and then it just goes like when people are like innocent bystanders, right? DeMar, Ray J, people from Cali don't like that. Like there's like big energy behind those things, you feel me? So at the end of the day, it was whack.
Yeah, I thought so.
And wait, fill me in. What happened? I missed it.
I guess
remember how Undertaker used to shake the ring? He'd just come in and shake the ring before he fight. Yeah, that's what that was.
So DeMar DeRozan plays for the Sacramento Kings, and the Kings played the Raptors. And they gave Drake the mic, and Drake made a comment about taking that. If they put DeMar DeRozan, who's from Compton, if they put his jersey in the rafters, that he would go up there and climb up and tear it down.
Because Kendrick mentioned him in his song.
He was in the video.
Not like us.
But they're also not saying that they were friends. You know what I'm saying?
They're all their friends. They all are friends.
Like
they all know each other, I assume.
Yeah, they're friends.
Drake, partying with Drake.
They
next thing you know.
It's like,
he didn't do nothing.
What did he do?
What did he do?
Popped up in the
video.
In the video after?
Is that a shot?
But the song was
They're from the same hometown.
Yeah.
What?
Bro, if Craig had a beef with somebody and then the dude does a rap diss and I'm in the music video like, yeah, how does that make sense?
No, you got to reverse. DeMar and Kendrick are closer than Drake and DeMar because they're from the same home. So that's like me and you.
So then that would be like, let's say if there's because I've known you since you were 4. Yeah. So let's say that I knew somebody since they were 3. So they're like, hey, I knew you a year longer.
I don't know. You just made that up.
I don't know.
You just made that one up, dude.
I don't know about that.
A year younger?
Yeah.
Yes or no? I'm staying out of the video. I'm staying out of the beef. That's between y'all. Or I'll try to like bring you guys together.
If that 3-year-old was from Canada, wasn't from California, I think there would be a different mindset. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know. That's tough. That's tough. Because I feel like, I would feel a type of way, but at the same time, like, he probably wasn't even looking at it like that. You know what I mean? He like, bro, I'm trying to represent where I'm from with the person who's literally at the top of the charts because even though he's at the top of the charts because he dissed the biggest artist in the game.
That's
but
historic.
I mean,
I hear you. Yeah, I felt like just the way he went out there and said that, he didn't have to say that. He could have said something and had that conversation with him off camera.
No new friends.
We know Drake a little sensitive.
It was kind of emotional.
Right.
Kind of emotional.
Yeah, it was kind of
Yeah, he does. He drops subliminals.
Right. Yeah.
The real subliminals. They be like, "Damn, we know you hurt."
What you just say you hurt?
Damn, you hurt.
Just
say
the
you
third
hurt.
person.
Say, you know what, DeMar, that was my friend for a long time, but since this whole beef happened, I don't know how I feel about his jersey.
Yeah,
could have said something like that, but
he had a million other options. That
he totally like Con went at his neck, like, "Nah, I'll pull it down myself." All right, Chuck Norris.
Right. Then the owner from the Sacramento Kings at the next game showed up with a "They're Not Like Us" shirt on to support DeMar DeRozan.
Bam, 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 bam. That's
so
crazy.
That's the impact of hip hop culture on everything. So I think that's a positive at the end of the day.
Well, yeah, because hip hop wins.
There you go.
But people lose.
right.
Because I say it all the time. I say Compton's not a violent place. It's just some of the people who are there that make it violent.
Yeah, it has its moments of violence, right? Yeah, we love Compton, though, man. Shout out to Compton, man. Yeah, everybody there.
We got news that just happened. Bronny is to the G League.
Well, I mean, we knew that.
We knew that. That was some of his pops.
That was Johnny saying that he was going to. Yeah, we knew that, though.
Yeah.
Where's Johnny when you want to rip him up?
Do you have any favorite basketball players?
I like LeBron. I feel like everything I say is gonna be cliche because I don't know like players like that.
That's okay.
But yeah.
Just
basically LeBron.
Anybody from growing up that you seen?
Well, Iverson, of course. He was like the only.
He crossed Jordan.
What's Tyrese Maxey? That's his name.
Maxey. Shout out Tyrese Maxey.
That's a good one, right?
They just played last night. They played the Clippers.
Did they?
Philly, yeah.
Damn, here?
Yep.
Oh shit.
They played in Inglewood.
I didn't have the baby either. I could have went.
See?
But yeah, no, I don't really get into basketball, so I don't be fake. I don't know.
No worries. Any other sports?
No, not really.
No.
Just football. I love football.
And we talked a bit off camera about the baby. Congratulations.
Yes, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, how is it being a new mom?
It's tough, but I love it. I would have never saw myself being a mom. I was not prepared for kids. It was a very nice surprise in the beginning of a relationship. So it was very everything was by surprise. But I think I'm pretty good at it. Nice. Now he just turned 1 and I'm like, you're still alive in one piece.
That's right.
It's
okay. That's how it feels.
That's it. Survive.
We made it.
For real.
Right. Keep going. Keep going.
Like you're healthy, you're growing, you're happy. Okay. We're good. So
nice.
Yeah. It's cool.
Nah, that's definitely love. I mean, new baby just brings you ultimate joy. I would just say continue to be in the moment. Yes, and exhaustion.
Man.
Enjoy it because, like I say, we don't get these times. So
I
find myself cuddling a lot with my guy because I'm like, as soon as he turns a certain age, he's going to be off me.
Yeah.
He's going to be off me.
There's like a fine line though because I feel like people are always like, oh, enjoy every moment. And it's like, no. I'm not going to enjoy waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm not going to enjoy 5-second showers. I'm not going to enjoy getting spit up on or peed on or, you know what I mean? Like there's certain things I'm going to choose not to enjoy, and that's okay. But I will enjoy the moments that I can enjoy. Like, but overall, great experience. I'm glad it happened.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
This is killer. What else we got? I know we got a couple more questions. I can't.
Eddie Murphy and George Clinton.
Nah, it was another one.
We're looking at favorite.
Oh no!
Yo, what about Mike Tyson?
Mike,
you guys not seeing?
That's on the 15th, dude.
Like?
Mike Tyson is looking ripped. I do have, and I was happy today because I was watching the Spider-Man with Kai and I seen, that fight's gonna be on Netflix.
Yeah, that's what makes it such a big deal.
Yeah, so now I think I want to watch they have their behind the scenes like they're 24.
Yeah.
So I need to watch that.
Yeah. Are you so huge boxing culture in Philly? You into boxing a little bit?
Nope.
Not at all, huh?
Rocky Balboa?
So I'm really embarrassed.
Right.
I'm embarrassed to say I did not know until like maybe 2 years ago, and don't laugh. I did not know Rocky was not a real person.
That's Philly right there.
I did not know. I thought he was a real fighter. I thought he was like part of history. I'm like, bro, everybody be coming here, taking a picture with the statue, and he's not even real. He based off somebody else.
Yes.
Like, yeah.
Can we get that picture actually?
Awesome.
You standing next to the statue?
That's the greatest
I'm sorry, I
underdog
did not
movie
know.
of all time. Yes.
I did not know. I said, damn, that's
how real it is.
crazy.
It's that good of a movie.
That's what I'm saying. Yes.
He's a real boxer.
Yeah.
But people literally come and climb up them fucking 150 stairs so that they can take a picture with this character that's just a movie. Like, I'm like, this is the most touristy attraction here, and it's not real. Like, we can't even have a real person for our city.
That's the power of a story.
Like, people come here and see Kobe statue, you know? And can we talk about whatchamacallit statue?
Who's that?
D-Wade. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Go ahead. What do you got?
Because the fact that I didn't even hear the audio. I was just watching him, so like behind the scenes and him looking. Like, you let this happen?
He saw it and said, go for it.
That's crazy. That shit looks nothing like him, and no disrespect to the artist, but come on now. That John looks
I seen a comment. Somebody said it looked like Morpheus from the first Matrix. I was just like, yo, I can't unsee it.
Ever, you know what I mean?
Because like we talked about it. He has so many iconic moments. I don't know what moment that's from because it don't look like
anything he's ever done.
No, it doesn't look like him at all. Like, not even a little bit. You know, sometimes you can be like, okay, the eyes, but they messed up on like this part of the face. It was like, I'm like, I don't even know who this is. Like, when people go down there and they're like, oh, this is, you know, D-Wade, and then you see a real picture of him.
Right.
No. Yeah, because it goes, the statue you're trying to make perfect, but like in realization, D-Wade's face is not going to be perfect. So you have to implement that. And since they didn't, you have something that
I don't know. And it's going to be there forever.
Well, the thing about it is it's probably going to change in detail.
I hope so.
In the future.
Because he deserves something that's perfect.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
He deserves that.
He brought them their first championship ever and then brought a couple more. Without Dwayne Wade, you do not have NBA championships.
He legitimized their whole franchise over there. And
he's the Jordan in Miami.
Right.
Can I ask y'all something else?
Yeah.
Sorry, I took over the interview. Now I want to know.
You got it. Ask away.
So how do y'all feel about his son and the way that he's going about that? Everybody afraid to let's get messy.
I want to always choose the right words when we talk about touchy subjects like that. But
especially here.
Yeah, especially here. You're right. But what do I want to say? I feel like a kid should have to reach a certain age so they can make that decision on their own. I don't know the specifics of everything that happened there. Mm-hmm. But you know, it's tough. I don't want to judge either. To each his own. But I do feel like a kid should wait until they turn a certain age before they decide they want to do something so drastic with their body. And I'm not sure if a 14, 15, 16-year-old kid is qualified as of yet to make that decision. So
I agree.
That's what I would say.
And then it goes like, because I love what you're saying, but then it goes sometimes these kids grow up so much faster because it goes right. Like, for example, I don't know how my son knows how to open my phone and go into pictures and apps and different things like that, right? So like the mentality is a little bit older or a little bit faster. So then that just goes, what's the definitive line when you feel like you do have a kid who can make decisions for him or herself? Then how do you go about that in a sense, you know? That's so...
I agree with you partially. Everybody's different.
Yeah.
But no, there is no but. I agree with you. Everybody is different. But from my perspective, I just feel like wait till you turn 21. If you feel the same way when you turn 21, I'll support you 100%. I'll stand right behind you in front of everybody. And if they have a problem, then we can figure it out. But right now, it could be a situation where you need a growth deal. And, let's go through it a little bit. You being uncomfortable is a part of you growing.
Yeah, because they have to fill themselves out and have an understanding of themselves.
Right. And we've all been through it. Not like that, but we all have issues and things that we've had to deal with. And,
but being from LA, we've had friends. Let's be honest. We have friends.
To each his own. Right. We're not here to judge anybody. Yep. Whatever floats your boat, it is what it is. But that's a drastic decision, though. You know what I mean? Like, that's pretty drastic. So I would say, hey, let's see how you feel when you turn 21. And if you feel the same way, let's go in there together. Because at the end of the day, you with me. You know what I mean? Like, you my kid.
It's a tough parenting situation.
It's a tough one. And
because you love your kid and you want to support your kid and you don't want to shut him or her down and make him feel some type of way.
Right.
So I totally understand that.
It's a tough one to be a parent for. That's not easy at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay, well, what do you think?
I agree. I think that, I mean, if you want to dress like a girl or operate as a woman, that's okay. I think when you're talking about permanently changing parts of your body, that should have to wait until later. And not even because, even if they can make their own decisions, it's just that at that age, I feel like I think about myself from, 12 to even to 21, honestly. You know what I mean? Like, there's things that I'm like, I'm sure, and like, I'll be, fucking wanting to fight my mom tooth and nail and be like, I'm right. And now I'm like, didn't know life, didn't have enough experience outside of my home. Like, there's just so much that you just could change your mind on, and that's not easy to go back on. But I do love the way that he's standing behind her now, and just like, because I feel like in his position, that's hard, like the sports, and I don't know, I've never been in the NBA or anything, but I can only imagine, in any industry, it's like when everybody operates like this, you being the person that is a little different, going to shake some,
shake some feathers.
Pressure. Shake people up. So I love that he's just standing behind and just in complete support,
Complete support,
because a child needs that, like, especially from parents.
He moved from Florida to Cali. That was a big one in itself. Mm-hmm. So I think Florida as a state, right, they have their certain rules and regulations about things. And California is just a little bit more open. Yeah. So you see him do that out, for the love of his kids. That he loves his kids.
Right. For sure.
I'm gonna say he doesn't love his kids. Like, he loves his kids to death. So he's just trying to do the best in that situation he can, because it's a tough one.
Yeah, it is.
And that's all you can really do as a parent, right? Mm-hmm. Like, I mean, your job isn't to live their lives. Your job is to create somebody who can, govern themselves. Mm-hmm. At least that's the way I see it. And that one is, hopefully I don't have to do that one with my kid. I will if I have to. But I'm not sure if that's something, we expect to deal with as parents when we kind of, first start going through it. Mm-hmm. But if it happens like that, then you just have to figure it out. And supporting your kid, what other option do you have? Yeah. At least the way I see it,
Some people choose to care more about what people think than the well-being of their own people. You know what I mean? It's like trying to stay in the lines all the time, mm-hmm. And it's like, but if your kid being outside the lines makes them the happiest person they can be. There you go.
Is he going to be a functioning, contributing member of society? You
right.
Know what I mean? Then if that's what you feel like you need to do, let's go. You know what I mean?
Nessie, you are correct. Rocky Balboa is inspired from a real person. Mm-hmm. So it's Rocky Marciano.
Rocky Marciano.
No. Oh, so that's Rocky Marciano. So it's
no, listen.
That's not true.
Can I say something?
Yeah, sure.
So the fighting style is Rocky Marciano. The person is
a different guy. Yeah.
It's Chuck Wepner, who went 15 rounds with Muhammad Ali.
Right.
So that's because obviously the first Rocky, it goes into like the last moments. So it's like a 12-round fight, 15-round fight. So that was inspired by Chuck. But the actual style of fighting is
Rocky Marciano.
Rock Marciano.
And the dude on the stairs is Sylvester.
Sylvester. The story,
Yeah, it's crazy. When I found that out, it was like finding out Santa Claus wasn't real. I could not believe it.
One meaning.
Right.
What?
Who got the check?
Yeah, it's
crazy.
Right. Sylvester.
Yo, Paulie.
Yes.
Hey, Paulie. All right. Nessie, how is the industry when it comes to social media and reality TV now, right? Because it's a new ball game when it comes to
What do you mean, how is it? I mean, how was my experience?
How was your experience? Like, how is it being in that type of industry? Like, do you see does social media help you in different ways versus before,
Social media has definitely helped in ways. Before social media, I don't think that I'd be able to run my business the way I'm running it now. I feel like Instagram first started being a thing in like 2012-ish when I moved out here. And I ain't gonna lie, I struggled, y'all. I didn't have I was struggling. This is before Uber. I was on and off that bus, 55, the 7, whatever, down Silver Line, all that. Like, I was on the bus and train. Like, I went and personally took the train to Crenshaw and gave not Nipsey, I gave it to his brother, but gave them a painting, you know what I mean? But like, I was doing whatever I had to, I just lost my train of thought. What am I talking about?
She's talking about the grind of it all.
Yeah, just talking about social media and reality TV.
Yeah.
And the
So
industry.
coming from, you know how I pull up outside of like Panera and like Paint, you know what I mean? Just go live or like Starbucks, anywhere where there's high foot traffic, because I didn't know anybody here and I had no money and I didn't want to work a regular job. I was like, I want to make money off my art. Only had black ink at the time, no pun intended. That's all. I didn't have no colors. I only know how to use 2 types of needles. Like it was rough, but I was like, I'm determined. And then with social media, it allowed me to reach people that I couldn't directly reach, like physically. And people would just start coming to me to keep me like above water, you know, $25 tattoos, $50 tattoos. And then the show, I feel like I already had my own following. I want to say I had like 15,000 followers when I got on the show. And that was my 7th year here. So at this point, I felt like I already paid my dues, did all that, you know. It was a great opportunity as far as like exposure.
You came out here with nothing.
$300.
$300.
Which is nothing
you
here.
rode the bus.
Rode
you
the
slept
bus.
on floors.
Train, slept on floors.
What person or who raised you with that type of courage and resilience? Talk about that, because that's not common.
No. I feel like my parents, so they're divorced, but I do have a stepmom who I love very much. We're very close. And I'm close with all of them. My mom, single mom, 3 kids, never made excuses. We all went to private school. She made no excuses whatsoever. And then my dad, we weren't as close as I would like us to be growing up, but now we have a way closer relationship because I understand that he's just like, that's where I get the workaholic side from, where it's like everything is work, 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 work. Before my kid, good luck getting me to sit down for more than 20 minutes. Like, I'm like, I got to be doing this, that. Like, I'm missing time. Waits for no one.
That's
Shit's
right.
being wasted right now. I can't sit here and do nothing. And then my stepmom feeling like, you know, she was 21 when she met my dad. And so taking on 3 kids, you know what I mean? Still working. I feel like that is also just shows so much grace and like,
Hustle and heart.
you know what I mean? Like, yeah, heart and just like, I feel like I had a perfect combination of like every little thing, you know, struggle included, because it was not easy all the time. We did have our bad times and hard times, but that's where like the family came into play. Like we have a very, very tight knit family. Even if we all come together for dinner, it's like, you got the side, you got this, you got that. We'll all eat at my mom's house. Like, and that's just how we grew up. Like if we didn't have enough, we didn't have everything, we had enough. And that was like always the mentality. So here, my whole thing was like, by any means, like I even have that tattooed right here. Like when I made the decision to move here, it was, I'm not working for anybody, because I dropped out of school. I was waitressing and bartending. Like I was making good money, but I wasn't doing shit with my life. And I was like, I don't want to be a nobody. Like I don't want to be the person that almost did it, or just nobody knows. Like you try. I just didn't want to be that. So it was like when I got here, it was like, no matter what happens, I'm making money off my art. I know I'm good enough. And if I'm not good enough, I'm gonna make myself good enough. And so I did, and it took a very, very long time. Like when people ask me like how, I'm like, suffer, bro. I know it sounds crazy, but
you got it from the mud.
Like, you gotta look at the floor and get comfortable there.
What was
and
the
so,
break?
Like,
What was the break where you first started getting momentum?
So real momentum, probably the show.
Okay.
But the momentum that got me noticed by the show, I feel like, was like that resilience. You know what I mean? Like I started getting bigger opportunities. I got tattooed like at a race remembered party, you know, and it's like, they don't know who I am. Nobody knows who I am, but I'm still there working. You know what I mean? I can look back and be like, damn, I met Kat there, the girl that I ended up working for all these years later, you know, and she's like, I see so much of myself in you in that one conversation. Didn't turn into something until 5 years later. And that was off somebody else plugging the situation. You know what I mean? And it's just like little things like that. You start building your network, building relationships. I always tell people, like, people be taking these quick money moves, build your relationships. Right. Like I will take less of a check if it means that this opportunity is going to be born into more opportunities, or no check. There's plenty, like Steve LaBelle, there are free paintings for him and Nip. Cause I was like, I just want to be able to cause a mental, you know what I mean? Anything. I just want to be in your like fucking Rolodex. You know what I mean? Yes. And then later down the line, a year later, he's like, Scott Storch opening this thing. You want to paint the walls? Hire me for 5 walls. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's just like, and he even said it himself, like, instead of looking at the candy, I was looking at the candy store. That's right. And like he said that in an interview. You know what I mean?
I think you should do a master class from the younger generation.
Yeah, because, you know,
of how to get it and get it out the mud, because you do have a lot of different mindsets as far as like young girls and what they see. They need to see you, and they need to see like what you just told us, like straight up. Dr. Brown.
I mean, first of all, respect.
Thank you.
Okay? I mean, what you did or what you described is not easy, and that's a level of resilience that a lot of people don't have, right? Because it's a lot of doors being shut in your face. You're on a bus in Los Angeles. The bus in Los Angeles is dangerous.
You could get fired on the bus.
Right? Like, things can happen on the bus. And you, like, on the bus with a painting to go to Crenshaw and Slauson and go drop off art. You know, it's a certain, maybe that's the Philly. You know what I mean? But it's something going on here that needs to be shared. So, you know, we just want to commend you in front of everybody. And
thank you.
You know, yeah, definitely.
And what do you have going on? Like in the next few weeks? Anything going up or anything coming up?
So I'm getting to display at Art Basel. I don't know if you guys ever heard of Art Basel in Miami in December. I went before. I always wanted to be a part of it. It's just like one of them things where you like see a billboard and you're like, I'm beyond that one day. And I remember like telling myself stuff like that. And then that happened with the show, you know, and like walking around there, I'm like, I'm just drunk, floating around like a blind bug, you know what I mean? Just like not knowing what's going on. And I'm just like, bro, that's gonna be me one day. And I finally got the opportunity, like I said, off another opportunity. Somebody hired me from before. She's like, actually, we're doing this. Do you want to be? I'm like, hell yeah, I want to be a part. And I just had to think different this time because I have my son. So I'm like, okay, now I got to figure out how I'm going to get to Miami, and I can't have him there all day. So luckily my dad has a house in Florida. So he's going to watch him for me for the weekend. Me and Joe are going to go out there, turn up.
What's up, Joe?
But I'm really excited for that opportunity just because I feel like since I have my son, business obviously slowed down a little bit because people were like not sure if I was working again, but I started working 2 weeks after I had the baby. It just was slow. So I'm glad that I'm able to keep the ball rolling because that was always my thing. Like, I want to be a hustler. I feel like people had to make me choose. Like, I'm not choosing. I'm going to be a hustler and a mom. And I'm going to be fucking good at both of them. Like, don't put your limits on me.
Don't put no limits on Nessie.
So, Art Basel.